Hello everyone, this is Be Divine. Thank you for being here. I hope that you're awesome and we are going to get messages for the week ahead. And I'm going to start with a deck called Whispers of the Ocean by Angela Hartfield. I've just got a baby mini deck of that because I just like to have lots of decks. Okay, so we're going to see what the theme is for this week. And as you are listening, you are receiving. Okay, as you're listening, be prepared for a flow of information coming to you. Okay, be prepared for revelations. Be prepared for transmissions. Okay. Here we go. What is this week ahead connected with my collective? Gift of neutrality. Balance is at work in your life. Yin and yang are opposites in energy, but reside side by side to create the gift of neutrality. There's a connection there. Something, some sort of balancing act happening in your life. Perhaps something is awakening in one way, and so you have to sort of re-navigate. And I know that that's happening to me as I'm working as we speak on a brand new course that is full of activations and transmissions and support, of course, but it's very direct. And so you have to balance everything out. So you might be thinking about many different things this week. And as I always tell you, focus on what is worth my time? What's worth my energy? Is this worth my fussing about? You know, I hear people complain all the time. It's part of my job. But sometimes it gets to the point where no matter what you say to certain people, they are always going to have a reason why it won't work, or why it's not happening, or why they've waited so long, or why, it happens to others and not them. And it comes from this sensation of being left out, or that they're not good enough to receive divine support. And that's a big mistake. What has to change is the way in which you see, or what your expectation is. Because you don't always get what you want, and that shows that the universe is listening to you. You get exactly what's on the pathway that you created, right? And you can amplify this as well. Now, if something that you're choosing is going to have a ripple effect to other people, which it always does, it has to be in alignment with everybody's blueprints. So it has to be in the right timing for you and everybody involved. Right? So this is where a little bit of selfishness comes into spirituality, where people are just like, well, that's it, I didn't get what I wanted, or I've waited so long, or whatever. Look at your attitude, because that's the reason why something's not moving in your life. If your attitude is defeatist, or your attitude is avoidant, or if your attitude is anger, look at those things as a way of something being a block to your manifestations. Become more balanced in yourself. This is what's going on here. Distinctive potential. Rely on your faith and the knowledge that nothing is impossible. Use your determination to hang in there until you realize a goal. Okay? There are times in our life where we are giving and giving and giving, and we don't seem like anything's coming. We don't feel like anything's happening to us, and we feel like everybody else seems to get this leg up, right? It's just not the case. Everybody else needs to be out of your orbit. Everybody else needs to be away from you in order for you to see where you're going. And if there are complications, or he said, she said, or people will think this, and you've got a lot of healing to do, okay? This world needs people who are actually doing the work and activating transmissions on this planet and lighting up the grid of the planet with light, obviously, and detangling and taking their power back and striving for something different. And this is the message that continually comes to me. This is why I'm creating a course that is very, very direct, to the point. This is what you got to do, and here's the activation, and off you go, right? Because it's like people just go back and forth and wishy-washy, and it's really hard to get people who are right on the path, because as I've been a teacher for a long time and also been doing this work and teaching humanity for a long, long time, I find that as soon as somebody gets something, it goes right to their head, and then they're off on their own tangent, and, you know, it's not working, right? People are spiraling out of control. So there is a change here, a very, very distinct change, a direct change, and something that is coming within you for yourself and for your growth and for the next part of the journey. And you have to really zone in and hone in on what it is you're actually trying to achieve, what you're trying to do, without all of the nonsense and fluff and other people's opinions and comparisons, ego, like people thinking they're better than everybody else. There's no place really in a loving environment, right? It all has to come into a very, very, very distinct energy. And it has to be unique to you, right? It has to be unique to you. Because what we're going to find is that those people who are inauthentic and false, there's people who have just been doing this work to be famous or whatever it is, it's all going to fall apart. Okay? And the original people, and I know many of them, are going to be the ones that continue and share and give and give and give. So this week, focus in. Look at where you're unbalanced. Look at where you're focusing like too many things all at once. Okay? We're using the Mythic Tarot. Underneath we have the 3 cups. And on the other side we have the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands is an inner conflict. The 3 of Cups is a connection with the truth, okay? Deeper love for the self, mastery, but also that you're disregarding all of this inner turmoil. It's not the pathway you want, right? It's not where you want to be. I don't know why people go through such confusion, other than you feel like you need to be in control of how something ends up, because you might have trusted before and it didn't work out too well for you. All of that old program, wash that away from you. Move into this new dimension, move into a new energy for yourself, and refuse to go backwards into that old transmission of you're being downtrodden, you're not liked, you'll never be liked, or you won't have the right relationship, or all the stuff that you've told yourself. Keep on repeating it if you want to, but you will continue to see the same. Or you step over and you say, okay, I'm creating a new energy for myself. It has to begin with me. It has to begin with what I'm saying, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, and where my focus is. So whatever consumes your thoughts controls your life. And I've told you guys that for a number of years now. See, here comes the divine wisdom, the centaur energy. Okay, so the energy of the Hierophant is connected with, what's it called? Chiron. Okay, Chiron is an energy, or a mythological energy of a centaur who had all of this medicine, healing, prophecy, all of the information, and was damaged by a poisonous arrow. And so it's like the wounded healer, right? Could not heal himself. Could heal everybody else, but could not heal himself. Now, you're being asked to step out of that energy, that old energy of being unhealed, and understand that you have all of the power, all of the wisdom, all of the information, all of the transformations and activations, love, light, support within you. This week, watch for this to ignite in a completely different way. I will talk